In this section, we're going to talk about income and tax documents. So it's very important, if you think you may have either earned or received income during the tax year, that you understand how the IRS views income that is either earned or received during the tax year. The most common income that all of us will be familiar with is where you have a job and you're paid for your employment. This is quite common where you maybe have a job on campus, or perhaps you're working on OPT or CPT and you're receiving regular income. This is then seen as taxable by the IRS. The next most common one that we would find for international students and scholars is where you've received some sort of a taxable scholarship. But again, we need to be very clear here that it is only a taxable scholarship. In most cases where the scholarship is exclusively covering your tuition or a tuition-related expense, that is not classified as a taxable scholarship. If, however, you're receiving a scholarship that is covering something like your room and board, that is seen in the eyes of the IRS as a taxable income. You may think that just because it automatically gets deducted from your tuition bill, that it is not income that arrives in your bank account, that it is therefore not taxable. Unfortunately, that is not the case. The IRS view any scholarship that is related to your room and board as taxable. But again, remember, anything that is tuition or 100% tuition related is considered non-taxable in the eyes of the IRS. The next category of income that the IRS would look at would be unearned income, and for most of us this might be, for instance, where we have an investment account, or where we've been trading stocks, or we might have been receiving dividends. And again, there are tax implications on any income that we might receive in those categories. There are other types of income that we see from international students and scholars during the year. It's very important to make sure that any other income that you receive is in compliance with your visa status. Some of the categories that we would see could perhaps be gambling winnings, or somebody renting out an apartment on Airbnb. It's very important that any additional income that you receive is also documented and reported to the IRS as part of your annual tax return.